You are listening to the Rick McGinnis Show podcast, where Rick and his guests talk all things affiliate program management. No topics are off limits. Want to learn proven tips and strategies to grow an affiliate program? Look no further. Now here's your host, Rick McGinnis. Enjoy the interview.
Welcome back to the Rick McGinnis Show. Today my guest is Jesse Lakes. Jesse, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Excited to be here. Thanks for the invite, Rick.
Yeah, no problem, Jesse. I know we met a couple weeks ago. We did a clubhouse session with one of our mutual friends, Brooke Schaaf. We were talking a lot about Amazon and how they pretty much run the world and everything revolves around Amazon. And we're going to get into a little more about that and their affiliate side and their overall business. But I want to just have the audience just get to know Jesse, who he is, how he got started and what he's up to now.
Sure. Yeah. So Jesse Lakes, been affiliate marketer for 20 years now. Started off in college, dabbling with some stuff that led to building a series of websites that took soundtracks from extreme sports films and leveraged the iTunes affiliate program and Amazon's affiliate program. That was super fun because I've got to spend a lot of time playing outside, doing a lot of different extreme sports. But with that project in particular, I had this really interesting epiphany where I had really good hockey stick growth and traffic, but my affiliate revenue was really flat. And after seeing this kind of evolve over a couple of years, scratching my head, realized that my site's traffic had really evolved. So my aha moment was realizing that a lot of these links for that international traffic were essentially broken. Digital Music has digital rights licensing. The DRM kept people from UK from being able to buy from Amazon.com or the US iTunes store. And that was really kind of this, again, epiphany that there was a fundamental challenge with affiliate marketing, especially for digital products. And that has kind of led to a couple things. One, I wrote a book about iTunes affiliate program just based off all those things I'd learned. Just before I was ready to publish it, sent off a copy to Apple. Apple then threatened to sue me. We hopped on a call. We worked through that, and shortly afterwards, they offered to hire me. So I went from being a raft guide bum following endless summer between Colorado and Costa Rica to turning my flip-flops for a cubicle and a commute in Cupertino. So spent a couple years managing the iTunes affiliate program as the global program manager and just kind of learning more about this, what we call now geofragmentation challenge, full on. So I spent some time at Apple. At the same time, had my friend, my college roommate, who was a software engineer at Microsoft, build some software for my website, my soundtrack websites, to start to kind of take these links and make them work. So that led to this whole concept of what we call GeoWrite, which turned into Genius Link. Left Apple after a couple of years, and long story short, have been taking this small company and growing it and helping creators and affiliates around the world make sure that their links work around the world.
And that's beautiful because you know what? I see it all too often, broken links, and that's, it's
a bummer for everyone.
Money getting thrown away.
It's bad for the consumer. It's bad for the affiliate. It's bad for the retailer. Just, broken links are bottom of the barrel for the internet. That's a fundamental thing we want to fix. Our links are dynamic to help ensure that they, quote unquote, never break, but it's a challenge that we haven't completely solved yet.
No, it's definitely a tool that I personally don't know too much about, but I think maybe when we get off here, we can discuss it, even get a demo of it and see how it actually works.
Yeah.
So you said you started out in college with Amazon and using their affiliate program. So when you started out, how was the Amazon affiliate program compared to what it is today? Obviously today it's a monster, but like, was it drastically different, or were the same principles pretty much how they are today?
It was very similar. The principles were very similar. My use case of it was definitely different. I think my first real foray into Amazon's affiliate program, I had a blog about digital music, had some links in there. That was about the time that Amazon was launching their digital music initiatives. And I think for one period, there's a 20% commission on music, which was crazy. And the other thing I was using Amazon's affiliate program for was something that some of the people that have been in the space for a while may remember, but the whole game of arbitrage. You would buy Google AdSense for certain keywords at a certain amount, and you would hope that your commissions were higher, and you would just play that arbitrage game, find a specific niche, and if you could write good copy so that your ad stood out, and of course you had to finish it with AFF in parentheses whatever to signify as an affiliate link. It was a really interesting challenge that taught me about affiliate marketing, taught me about arbitrage, taught me about ads. And as a college kid, I was, if I was moving in very small numbers, but the principles were the same. The unit economics, once you kind of nailed them, could be scaled. Of course, I never had enough money to truly scale it, and still struggled a lot to kind of figure it out. But that was a fun way to kind of learn it. And I think kind of maybe the biggest thing that's changed with Amazon over the years is it seems like the dashboard hasn't changed, but the affiliate commission structure, I think, is the thing that's changed the most. If I remember correctly, they were just transitioning onto this whole volume-based program where if you sold, more than 6 items, you bumped from 4% to 4.5%. And if you sold over, 32,000 items, you would go from, 8% to whatever it was. And that was awesome because the better you did, the bigger the reward was. So there was a lot of goals on, where could you find lower cost items to hopefully, kind of juice that number. It's really hard to sell 32,000 TVs, but 32,000 free ebooks is actually not too hard at all. So yeah, it was fun to learn. Amazon's affiliate program has definitely evolved. Again, maybe not some visible things in the dashboard. I feel like it's still a bit old, but the program, the principles, the operating agreement, the policies, et cetera, have definitely evolved in bits and pieces. But I think the commission rate has probably been the most obvious of all that.
Yeah, no, I when I started doing this, I kind of fell into affiliate marketing by accident. My wife was pregnant. I was laid off from a job, and I need a job. So I figured, I looked up how to make money online. It was through affiliate marketing. I
Awesome.
built a blog and
Awesome.
linked everything to Amazon. And I was making decent money, but then I transitioned over to where I am now in the agency side. But Amazon was always, it was just so convenient.
Mm-hmm.
You would just go in there, copy, paste the link, put it in there, done. And you didn't have to really work hard to sell other products. Like if the person went there and didn't buy your product, but they bought like a computer or TV, you still got commission for it.
Halo commissions. Yeah.
And I
Amazon,
think that's where, go ahead.
They nailed it, right? Their program, such a massive product catalog, but so much trust on the Amazon brand helps with the conversion rates and the Halo commissions, right? It's a simple program. The sign up process is very, very, no disrespect to A1, a great affiliate program, but to pay $5 to just be accepted as an affiliate on their platform versus, Amazon, you sign up, they let you in and let you use everything. You have to get 3 sales within 180 days to kind of, before you even get your account reviewed. Just the amount of friction to go from interest to actually be able to build your first link, it's 15 minutes. And I think that really speaks to a lot. It's Amazon's affiliate program is supposedly in the millions of publishers now, bigger than any other program that I've seen from my research. And it makes sense. They've optimized to reduce friction, just like their store. They do an amazing job, optimizing sales. Their affiliate program, it definitely has some of that same ethos to make it easy for people to jump in and get started. And it converts well, even with commissions that have dropped.
And I think where the brands that are not Amazon, so any other affiliate program versus Amazon, I think that they struggle is because the person running the program doesn't have a lot of knowledge of building relationships with affiliates. Not that Amazon does, you're just a number with them, but these other brands, they don't take the time to build a relationship with affiliates and have them understand the products and services, things like that. And people just go to Amazon because it's just, I may not have an account manager, but I can sell anything and make money. And I think that's where the brands are losing out, is just obviously Amazon is its own beast where they convert so well and it's the worldwide name. But these little smaller brands, they could do a better job of competing a little bit better with Amazon and understanding what it takes to do that.
I couldn't agree more. So again, I got really fortunate and kind of fell into this, job as the global program manager for the iTunes affiliate program, back in, 2009, 2010, 2011. And just, you're absolutely right. Building a relationship. The iTunes affiliate program is a pretty massive program as well. And there was no way I was going to have relationships with all the publishers, but started, picking at them, building this relationship. And we were able to grow the program like crazy. It was often just very simple things, just connecting a couple dots would see drastic improvements, but you can't connect those dots until you reach out, until you build some rapport, until, you offer to help, you answer some questions, you do some support. And it was amazing what just the very basic things did to the growth of that program. So I'm a firm believer in building relationships and just communication.
Well, those little things go a long way where if you do those little things for those affiliates, they may promote your brand versus Amazon, even though they may take a pay cut or they may lose traffic or whatever it is, but they trust you enough and they believe in you that you're going to do right by them, and they're going to reciprocate and help you out. And that's what a lot of these brands, every single one that I talk to, they don't see the value in building relationships. They want you to reach out to 1,000 affiliates and bring them on board and get as many as possible. And
what's the point of 1,000 affiliates if one good affiliate will drive as much value as those 1,000 affiliates? I completely agree. It's you got to have that trust factor. You got to have that relationship. And again, Amazon is this massive ecosystem, and there's pros and cons about the Amazon's affiliate program. But at the end of the day, if you're a brand trying to compete with Amazon, go where Amazon can. Amazon can't have relationships with 1 million plus publishers, 2-3 million, whatever that number really is. With a smaller brand, you can have those deeper relationships, and those deeper relationships, as you said, can really unlock a lot of things. I would much rather have a handful of great relationships with solid publishers than have 1,000 publishers that may be doing sketchy stuff or damaging my brand's reputation or paint us in a bad light. I think we're beating the same drum.
Yeah.
Relationship is so key, and it's hard too. I mean, it's exhausting having lots of emails to respond on a one-off basis, etc. It's so much easier to mine 1,000 email addresses and send one 3-drip email template. But that 3-drip email template's going to go to spam half the time, and the ROI is not there. I really believe that you got to put in the hard work. But again, I'm a decade into building a startup, so.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I talk to brands daily, and they just they're like, "How long before my affiliate program is making money?" I'm like, I can't really give you the answer. I'm like, everything takes time, and I got to go out there and find these affiliates and pretty much convince them to work with us. Why they should work with us versus Amazon. Because every affiliate, if you go to their website, not every affiliate, but I would say majority of affiliates on their website, there's an Amazon link somewhere on there, somewhere. Like it may be hidden, or it may not be top of the front page, but it's there somewhere. But you got to try and pry them away from something comfy. And I just think that's where brands got to do a better job. And if you were to say, besides relationships, what is something that brands can do to really make their program stand out versus an Amazon?
Yeah, that's a challenge, right? So Amazon, again, it's a great program. It's a lot of people that use it. It's a pretty well-oiled machine, but there are areas where they don't scale well. And one of those is I think kind of the innovation aspects, right? So Amazon's operating agreement is pretty rigid. If you violate it, it's pretty hard to get a reprieve or have them listen to your rebuttal. So some of the more innovative things that can happen in the publisher space, typically aren't happening on Amazon because there's kind of that wall there. Another thing is, Amazon's terms of service don't allow use of affiliate links in offline manner. They consider email and ebooks offline. Working with a influencer that's written a book about a particular subject, that's a great place to put affiliate links, right? If I'm an expert, hedge gardener, and I write a book about hedge gardening, well, why wouldn't I include links about, the top brands of hedge clippers and so forth in there? But that's not allowed in terms of service. You have Tim Ferriss, some of these amazing people that put out, daily, weekly, monthly email newsletters. Email is a great platform. It's one of the only platforms where you really own it versus, building a social media audience and on these other platforms. But Amazon doesn't allow affiliate links in email. Why not? If you're going to, again, talk about, the best hedge trimming practices in spring, and that's a great place to include those various links to services, products, and so forth that are related. There's other, definitely kind of Achilles heels for Amazon's affiliate program as well. But that all being said, the Genius Link service, the company that I run, we do a lot in Amazon's ecosystem. And I believe, Amazon's here to stay, right? Estimates are between 40 and 50% US e-commerce market share. That's a pretty significant chunk of change, but that also means at best, it's only $1 out of every $2 that's spent on e-commerce. That means there's still 50% that is left to be taken. So the philosophy that we've really had going into this is it's really hard to make an either or decision, Amazon or someone else, Amazon or whoever, it may be. It's a lot easier to make an and decision, right? Amazon and another retailer. And it's almost beneficial for both, right? You as the brand, if it's your brand, hedge trimmers, people are going to sometimes trust the brand more than they're going to trust going to Amazon. You may actually have a cheaper price because you can sell direct than what your MSRP is if Amazon's honoring that. So I'm becoming a firm believer. It's been a multi-year process, and it continues to build momentum. But for publishers, why not include both links? There's other good retailers out there. Amazon is not always the lowest price. Amazon is not always in stock. Your audience may not always have a Prime membership. So there's lots of reasons why, as affiliate publishers, try a few other retailers as well. You may not only find that you're helping increase conversion rates, but you're also starting to diversify your risk a little bit. Again, we talked about commission rates changing on Amazon. They've only really dropped. So giving yourself a little bit of insurance against that is a good thing. Controlling more of that kind of due diligence or research process in the buying phases is can only really be beneficial for you as well. So, back to kind of what should the affiliate managers of these different brands do? I would say, instead of trying to climb Everest, pick a smaller mountain and just get your links next to those Amazon links. It's a much easier ask for those publishers than just swap out those Amazon links that have probably converted relatively well, even if the commissions are dropping. But anyway, I will take a breath, step off my soapbox.
Well, no. So you brought up a good point. Your service actually has something that has the and feature, where you can do like Amazon and the brand and another website that may sell. So you can have multiple options. And like you said, the person that's looking for these, we'll say hedge trimmers, will keep with that topic. They may like trust a brand better versus Amazon. Like Ryobi, for example, they may go right to Ryobi versus going to Amazon. And sometimes it may even be more expensive, but people are very brand driven. So I guess there's really no harm in providing options, because if one of them converts, it doesn't matter which one, you're still getting paid.
That's the idea, right? And so, just taking a quick step back, there's we call them choice pages. And again, coming from iTunes, music was a pretty important part. That's, again, kind of where I cut my teeth in the affiliate world. Well, a good chunk of my learning experience in the affiliate world. And in music, iTunes was dominant for a while, and then Spotify showed up and kicked some serious butt. And now all of a sudden, you have these record labels, these musicians. Okay, well, do we send a link to iTunes or do we send it to Spotify? Oh, turns out Pandora is not too bad either. And Deezer does really well in Europe. And you have kind of this plethora of different options to be able to consume that song, that album, or maybe you want to watch it on YouTube. So the music industry, I think, is really some that really kind of push this whole concept of promote a product, but give the buyer different choices on how they want to consume it. So we built out these choice pages for our music industry clients, but we left them relatively open-ended. And we've seen over the last few years, they've really started to blow up, especially with social media, people, publishers that are primarily using social media. So again, YouTubers, people on Twitter, et cetera, where you don't have the real estate to really kind of go in depth with lots of links. It's easier just to provide a single link. In these choice pages, we can provide any sort of disclaimers, et cetera. But giving kind of those multiple different options have actually turned out to be incredibly well. Amazon conversions go up, conversions of the other stores go up. People are actually doing more of their, again, buying process using your affiliate links than jumping back to a search engine or just kind of giving up on the process. You make it easy for them to feel comfortable going all the way through and clicking to that final buy button, whatever the retailer is, because they now have checked 2 or 3 or 4 other retailers. They found the best price. They found the quickest shipping, or the availability because Amazon was out of stock. So it's just helping build more ownership of the pipeline, reducing friction at the same time. So your listeners are obviously just listening. They're not seeing my hand movements going all over the place. They get more and more excited about talking about this. So
no, but it's funny you say that, because with my podcast too, I give people different options. They can listen to the Apple podcast. They can listen on Spotify. They can listen on whatever platform they want. I don't care, as long as they listen. That's what it comes down to.
And you as an affiliate publisher, the analog here is that, you don't care where they buy as long as they buy and you got a commission, right? Better to get 0.5% commission from Best Buy, because 0% commission at Best Buy because they abandon your Amazon link to buy there anyway, because they have a Best Buy down the street and it's so much easier just to walk to walk down and get it from the curb or whatever it may be. 0.5% is better than nothing. Target, we were just talking about Target internally a moment ago. Target pays 0% commission on consumer electronics, but still, Target's a relatively large product catalog. So the whole concept of halo commissions exists there too. If someone's going to buy at Target, again, because they're only, there's one within a neighborhood or two, it's easy for them to get it there. Better for you to get that little bit of a commission versus no commission whatsoever. If you're only holding out for Amazon or only holding out for a single program, you may be cutting yourself a little bit short. But again, it's our tests have proven this. It's they're not conclusive. I'm very much a student of this. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, of course. Test for yourself. It's all about testing. It's all about optimization.
Well, and that's what I preach too. Is just the test. You don't know it's not going to work until you try. So
exactly. Thank you. I get so frustrated with people that they write a blog post, drop in 3 links, and don't touch it again for 10 years. It's like, what do you expect? You got to tweak it. That brand of hedge clippers, that brand went out of business 10 years ago. There's way better, hedge clippers these days. You have a blog, you have this post, it's getting some SEO love. Experiment, innovate, test, try. Just don't do it once and give up on it.
No, it's definitely something I'm passionate about. Just I test all the time. You mess things up and hey, you learn from them, and that's how you grow. You don't grow unless you screw up a few times. And if you talk to anybody that says they haven't screwed up or they don't do things like that, they're absolutely lying.
Or they're not optimized. Great, you did it right. Well, you did it right, and you're only getting X% conversion right. Where if you had considered that wrong or it broken it so you could rebuild it better, you could get 2 or 3x the conversion rate because of it. It's to each their own, right? Some people, status quo is fine. For others, we like to push the limits and we like to maximize our efforts. It's not for everyone.
No, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So we're getting down to the wire here. Going back to your experience at iTunes, running their affiliate program, if you were to give some advice to affiliate managers just in general, what would it be?
So there were 2 things that I had a lot of success with. One was diving headfirst into the support inbox and just answering support questions. When people have a question about support, they're leaning into your program. And the faster you can answer it for them and the best information you give them, the more they're going to accelerate. So don't be afraid of support. In fact, support is probably your best marketing vehicle, period, because again, it's the people that want to. The second thing for me was that I marched across the street and went into the engineer's lair. And at Apple, they keep their engineers kind of locked away. They don't like to be bothered. But I went and, bought lunch and brought beer and, did everything I could to learn more about how the affiliate program worked from the engineers themselves. And I'm relatively technical, so I'm able to converse with them. I don't understand everything by any stretch, but just building that relationship was absolutely paramount, just so I could understand how it truly worked. And when I saw things that could be optimized, they knew that I was a legit person doing legit things, et cetera. So that relationship was super important. So support and again, building relationships and building internal relationships as well. So I guess ultimately it's communication in both directions was my secret. We're back to communication again.
Well, and it's funny because that's the first time it's ever come up in a conversation with anybody that I've talked to about building relationships with your internal team. Everyone just thinks, oh, you got to build relationships with your affiliates, vendors, things like that. But if you don't have the support of your internal team, that may be problematic down the road. They may not be willing to help you, or it may take longer than you hope. But if you have that relationship with them, you can ask for favors and prioritizing
bugs, right? Yeah. When I first started Apple, the story goes that the cookie, one of the engineers overwrote the cookie, so they feel like cookie wasn't setting correctly. So that was getting to the bottom of that was absolutely paramount. And again, kind of building that relationship ensured that it didn't happen again. So moving forward is one thing, fixing things when they're broken is another. And if you can make sure that your stuff gets prioritized because you have that relationship, it went a long way.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Jesse, this has been phenomenal. I appreciate you coming on. So where can everyone find you? Are you on LinkedIn, on your website, things like that?
Yeah. LinkedIn is probably where I spend the most amount of time. I think it's just /Jesse Lakes, JESSELAKES. Twitter, I'm spending more and more time as well. I think I'm J Lakes there. I should know that by now, but just J Lakes there. The website is geniuslink.com, spelled out as it sounds. And again, our short domain is geni.us. If you go there, it'll send you to the website. Yeah, those are probably the best places to track me down. But yeah, it'd be great to hear from any of the listeners today and how I can help or what questions you have.
No, we've never had a conversation like this on the podcast. I've had like 30 episodes, and this was definitely an interesting one with Amazon and taking it to where we did. It was fun though. I appreciate it, and it's finally nice to see you one-on-one.
The pleasure is mine. Yeah, it's great to connect. I'm excited for further conversations as things progress. Building relationships.
There you go. That's what it's all about. All right, thanks, Jesse.
Cheers.
We want to hear what you thought about this episode. You can email Rick directly at rick@bearcatmedia.com or leave a review where you listen to podcasts. Never miss an episode by subscribing to the podcast in iTunes, Google Play, and wherever podcasts are available. To learn more about Rick, go to bearcatmedia.com.